Going live. Late.
All right, and unlike the last times so far in this campaign, I'm just gonna jump straight into everything because it was like we kind of ended in the middle of something, so
Yeah.
we are just gonna go straight into it.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
There's a
All
lot
right.
of you.
After the bitterly cold journey through the darkness and snow, the township is a welcome sight. Chimney smoke rises cheerily from densely packed buildings, as if the homes themselves huddle against the cold. You guys are coming up from up here, by the way,
Okay.
and that says to the east way. Many of the buildings are dark, especially the outlying ones, but a handful in the town center have warm lights glowing in the windows. Most remarkably of all is the scent of green growing things flowers, honey, and fresh cut grass, which wafts through the streets. A huge 2-story building dominates the center of town, and listening closely, you notice a humming, buzzing sound that emanates from the center. This building right over here,
Where? I don't see.
right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
As you begin to walk into the streets, a door opens from this central building, and several bundled figures walk out into the cold. One of them, much taller than the rest, looks over and hails you. Here, now, what's this? Who goes there? I imagine you guys will look over here as you guys are walking
Yeah.
over.
Mm.
We are travelers looking for someone that they know because we have severely injured people.
Strangers. More strangers here? We haven't had travelers in... Well, considering the last one. Regardless of her, I don't know how long. Well, welcome. Come in, out of the cold. Bring your injured in. Let's hear your story. The tall man, not quite the size of like a Goliath per se, but much taller than the rest of the likely humans here. Probably towering a good like 7.5 feet tall. Kind of like ushers you into this
Somewhat
very
taller than me.
warm building that smells of flowers and honey and greenery. They bring you in. Welcome. Come in, warm up by the fire. And as you're coming in, you can kind of hear this cacophony of buzzing bees around you. And you can see, like, in this building, it's very warm and quite humid, probably between like mid 70s to low 80s. There's like this central fire pit that has a huge chimney right above it to try and keep the smoke from dispersing throughout this building. And there's behind like several of these different tables and such, you can see that there's like little slots for wall beehives just everywhere. You can see like under the tables and near the tables, there's these planted flowers and grasses and all sorts of different things.
Oh, so it's like a tavern mixed with like a greenhouse, or they just
Kinda, yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
That's cool. Because I'm guessing they can't grow it outside, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
My character's just in awe because he hasn't seen bees in years.
Flowers.
Just pure amazement.
as he's taking down his hood and kind of like taking off of his cold weather clothing, you can see large, bulky human man. Kind of has like several tattoos all over him. But he has this very warm, friendly smile. He reaches out a hand. Hello? My name is Kendrick Reelsbarrow. I'm the town speaker here at Good Mead. So what brings you here?
We are looking for that other stranger that appeared that you said. She knows these people, and I would need her aid in healing them.
Oh, right across the way? You're acquainted with the last then? Name of Faith?
Yep.
All right, well, we've just had the whole town gathered. We've been having a town meeting, answering some questions of hers. But we are in the middle of discussions, as it were. You can see around Faith, there's like a crowd of maybe a dozen or so people sitting around several tables, and all of them having like mugs of something in front of them. And as you guys are all just like walking in, taking your place, talking with Kendrick, all of the faces have like looked towards you. Several of them like curious expressions on their faces.
I have just a like dumb smile, just happily waving.
What's the expression on Faith's face? Was she uneasy before we showed up? Is she uneasy now?
There's a look of like determined concern on her face, but as she sees all of you, she gives you like a weak smile, and then noticing your injuries, her eyes like go wide. She begins to stand from the table, and she says, "What happened?"
It
Long
wasn't my fault this
story.
time.
I fail.
Long story. I'll explain it when you're closer.
She begins to like run around, and as she's doing so, she's kind of like gently swatting several bees out of the way as they just like kind of fly around her, just running over. Or you guys are like over here somewhere. You guys want to put your tokens down?
Yeah. And there's the.
I guess I was gonna make it 5 feet. Yeah, there we go.
As she's coming over, I'll like gently set him to the ground so
Mm-hmm.
she can examine him. She put broken ribs.
Bruh. But yeah, she does a quick once over on both Tobe and Daxter, and she gives you a stern look. What in heaven's name have you been up to?
Well, short answer, you already know. We
Did you try to go back to those forsaken
I-
caves?
it's a job that needs doing.
She just like, like puts her fingers like to her temples and just like gently massages. This is going to take days of rest and healing. I hope you know that.
It's better than the alternative of weeks.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be the first time I may have broken something.
I've I have already exhausted as much as I could do to get them out of that situation.
However,
Well, go ahead.
there is a silver lining. Remember that creature we saw? And he's more, because he doesn't want to spook the crowd, so he's more quiet about this. The one that came from the river.
Yes.
We killed it. Well, more accurately, she killed it.
Well, I certainly hope that was the only one. In any event,
I don't know how to deal with
Hopefully.
them better. I didn't think of it first. It was kind of lucky, to be honest.
Also, in those caves, I also may have fell off a cliff and broke my left arm.
I can see that.
Yeah, for once I didn't cause this.
You hit me in the back with a fireball.
That was an accident. I didn't mean for it.
You can see like several of the people that were in the crowd across the way. They're like slowly inching closer, trying to hear what you guys are bickering about.
Can I pass message on multiple people?
One person at a time.
Ah. Okay.
There's probably another spell for that.
Probably. Nothing I would know, though.
Me neither.
Faith kind of frowns and she takes out like a medicine kit and she starts applying different like salves to both of the wounds. Listen, this isn't going to do anything immediately, but this should help. In any event, as much as I would like to give you some better form of first aid, there's a more pressing matter at hand that I've been discussing with the locals.
What's the matter, lass?
Well, I think you'd better address them yourself.
It's actually just slow. He's laying on the ground, so his head slowly turns to the crowd that's inching ever so closer. As in, with the knowing look, it's like, I know you're coming over here.
And Faith just kind of starts. Well, it's already starting to become a bit of, I wouldn't say common knowledge, but more so common opinion that the goddess of winter, Ovriel the Frostmaiden, has placed a curse on this land for whatever reason, never to see the light of the sun. I've heard a couple people say that they've even seen her flying across the sky, casting the curse. And you can see like several faces kind of like fall silent when Uriel's name is mentioned. And then someone from the crowd just kind of pipes up and says, "Aye, but that's not all. She showed up here herself just a few days ago."
You showed up here?
Aye. Ron the Trapper saw her. Say, out by the Kelson farm. 7 feet tall she was, with the face of an owl and the horns of a ram. Couldn't be no other.
Interesting.
Did she do anything? Or did she just show up?
Good question.
You just showed up to say hi and just dipped. showed up to spook the locals, then dipped.
At this point, the speaker shakes his head sadly. When Rome got back to town, we rallied a good number of us. We went back to check on the Kelson family. All we found was the pa, Gnarl Kelson. He's dead. There was no sign of the ma or the two kids. O'Reilly was long gone, if she was ever there at all. Listen, we're
Notice anything else at the scene?
well, other than poor Gnarl's body, it's like no one was ever there. The ma's gone, the kids are gone, and it's all silent.
I have a question. Was
Speak up.
was the door locked?
Door was unlocked.
Okay, never mind.
We've got to head back out there. Search again for Winby and the kids, and at the very least, collect poor Gnarl's body. I hope the rest of the family's all right, but we didn't see him out there.
I was questioning if that was somehow related to the thieves in East Haven. That
You would have no idea.
okay.
Yeah.
I just know that the doors were locked
Mhm.
in East Haven when the things happened and they were awake, so that's why I asked if the door was locked to see if maybe it's related somehow.
Speaker Kendrick then puts one of his huge hands on the table, and he addresses all of you directly. If you've all got a mind to go out there, I'd sure appreciate it if you could look for those kids and their ma. I'd rest easier if I knew their fate, you know, whether they're still alive or they're not. Unfortunately, we don't have much coin. This blasted winter's been real tough on us. This is the last of our apiary here, and we're still barely holding on. But I could gift you a barrel of bona fide good mead.
Chris immediately slams his hand on the table and says, I'm in.
His eyes narrow and he continues, if you bring news of them, one way or the other, and I'll give you 2 if you can bring them back safe and sound. Faith's eyes light up and she kind of looks over to you. If we go and do this, I don't mind taking the next few days off to heal this, and she just kind of gestures to your injuries. As long as you
Okay.
promise me that you're not going to do something stupid again afterwards.
Well, I can't say for Chris, but I think I don't think we're gonna do anything stupid.
I'm trying my best over here.
I will try and keep them from doing stupid things.
We'll
Well-
make sure he doesn't die.
Well, lass, it's just like like Dexter looks directly at Faith. The last job ain't done. So if you count that as something stupid, I can't make that promise.
At least we only have to worry about one thing now with that cave. So, it's less deadly.
Just be careful next time you try and do that job, then. Please?
Careful as can be.
We'll make sure Top goes up first.
We'll be careful.
Good. I don't need to bury any more friends.
Faith is precious. Um. So. So do we go look? Do we go now and go look for them?
I, w- I
You
would,
ain't doing a damn thing.
I would prefer to rest. It's been a long day.
Well, we'll begin our search once we're patched up. Sound good?
Plus, we still need to return the dogs at some point.
Well,
Yeah.
we can keep your dogs for the night, and I'll go have a chat with the tavern keep and see if she'll allow you to stay the night.
You're right. And here's something that we can do about that. In the morning, once you and Chris have rested, you could probably return the dogs. While Faith, because it's going to take a few days for, well, at least this to sort itself out. So you'd be able to get there and back by the time we're done.
Wait, do you mean to say that you want to take several days before going to the farm? If the kids are there, they're gonna
Well,
starve to death or die of exposure, or
okay.
I mean,
All
sorry,
right.
this is.
All right, last. How well can you help me so I can help with this situation? If sooner rather than later, because I'm not much help like this.
How many points of magical healing have you gotten so far?
Specifically towards it,
Yeah.
have Othello, have you magically healed towards my injury at all?
No.
None.
I think he only
Let me-
healed me.
No.
Hey.
Or she.
I healed Daxter, but because he was underwater and I only could touch his hand.
Hmm.
I have received no healing towards my injury because I didn't use it on that, and Second Wind also isn't magic. So
Let me see what I can do about that then. She gives you 11 points of healing towards that injury.
all right. Actually, I can't put it. Oh, no, I can't put it on my character sheet.
If
I'll
I'm
make a little notepad here.
allowed to rest, I can also help, but I've used everything I had to keep us alive.
Look, we can stay the night here, but first thing tomorrow morning, we are leaving, regardless of if we've completely fixed you up or not. And if you won't come with me, then, I'll go with Kendrick, I guess. I'm sure that I can talk him into it.
We ain't leaving yet.
Go with no matter what. I mean, not only is there meat on the table for me, but I guess it's good. Not like that, but I think I'm the only. I think I have the most health out of everyone here. I'm the least injured, I think.
Use you.
Not
I
true.
still have more HP than you.
Least injured.
That's also not true.
Okay, one of the least injured.
My ribs may be broken, but I still have more health than you.
I'm the only one who. I'm one of the two people who don't have a broken bone.
In the meantime, do you have anything that I can prop myself up with so we can keep hands free?
She kind of like pulls out a bedroll, kind of like rolls it up. Like this?
Maybe something longer and sturdier, like maybe a walking stick.
If you want to borrow my quarterstaff for a bit.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, because it's like, because I've been like, I've been relying on Old Test's shoulder, so the quarterstaff being able to, so I can actually move on my own.
And mind if we run into anything, I will need it.
Yeah, I could probably stay standing without it. It just makes moving around easier.
Yeah.
And after a little bit of commotion over with like the group of townsfolk, and Kendrick just kind of speaking with them, one of them, like this middle-aged woman with short blonde hair, walks up to you. All right, you're gonna go look for the Kelson kids and mother in the morning? Is that what I'm understanding?
That is.
You can
It
stay
is,
at my tavern for the night. You can stay at the mead hall. We've got a guest room off to the side if you want to use that. We've only got one bed, though. You're gonna have to share.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna say I was gonna say
Yeah, the injured rib one asleep on the bed.
yeah, I was gonna say Daxter could
No, that's not that's not the only thing of concern. How many people can fit on that bed?
Well, it's actually gonna be on the floor.
yeah, Tob will also just sleep on the floor.
You all got bedrolls.
Yeah, you have bedrolls. It's fine.
There is enough room in the guest room.
All right.
Yeah, I think the most injured one should take the bed.
Notably, there is enough room on the bed for probably like two average-sized medium creatures. We do kind of have a couple bigger medium characters. Logistically, you probably couldn't fit two of your group in there.
I think my character is the shortest.
Yours is, yes.
We're all just big medium creatures.
Mm-hmm.
We just tower over you at all times.
Hold on, how do I make my thing small again? Aha, I think I... Accurate scale.
Alright, so we're resting.
Yeah, we can go ahead and take your long rest.
Oh, okay. Luckily, I remembered to pull up D&D Beyond this time.
It's a lord. I have spells.
Long
And
right.
while you guys are getting ready to just sleep through the night, Faith does take the time to set like a splint and a makeshift cast around Tobe's broken arm in order to stabilize it.
I will say to Faith, thank you kindly.
I wish that I could do more, but Daxter's injuries are far more immediately serious.
No worries. Go take
And
care of Daxter.
we need him to be in as much working order as possible. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and take your long rest.
Okay. Hold there. Are we gonna move our tokens over to the bedroom or?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be leaving
Okay.
soon afterwards. But
We know where we're staying.
although, final logistics question. So, looking at it stat wise, it can invalidate an action. So if I action surge, it has a chance to also invalidate that action, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But I do get the chance to make. I still might have a chance to have an action.
Correct.
Okay.
But in the morning, Faith is immediately going to spend the first 10 minutes trying to do a little more healing on your broken ribs. She's going to give you an extra 22 points of healing towards that injury with her cure wounds.
I will also heal him as well.
That is 33 so far towards it.
In starry form as well, in chalice starry form as well.
All right. Do note that Faith no longer has any spell slots for the day.
So
It's fine if this works.
I can't remember right now. 14 more.
Extra 14, yep. That's at 47 out of the 50 needed.
Oh, so close.
Honestly, I thought it would take longer.
I figured if we used absolutely everything, it would take a couple of days. But if we used it sparingly, probably.
I mean, I could.
Nah, this is fine for now.
Mhm.
We're close.
But that would be another spell slot for me.
Yeah,
so.
no, we're good for now. We could use that for if anything happens.
All right.
Okay.
Pretty much at this morning, nobody else is really around besides the woman that gave you the key to the side room. She's currently dressed up. You can kind of tell that it's her just based on the frame, but she's in this big beekeeper suit, and she's currently tending to the bees. Everyone else is gone.
Not these knees.
So where are we going to begin our search?
Is Top coming along or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, when I was speaking with them yesterday, they gave me directions to the not the Kendrick, the Kelson farm. Kendrick is the town speaker. It is actually his farm, surprisingly. No.
So, are we going to begin there?
Yeah, it's if we go straight north from town, it should be about a half hour's walk. It's not terribly far.
Sounds good.
Let's get going. There's meat on the line.
Let's get going.
Chris just takes a big sip from his bargain. Waskin. That's full of ale. Let's go!
Dear God.
You guys make your way into the wooded area to the north of town. By the time you're 10 minutes outside of town, it seems that the night and cold have swallowed you completely. You pass several empty, dark houses, and then eventually nothing but rock, ice, and snowdrifts. The trail climbs for a while, then opens into a little dale sheltered from the wind. You follow this for a little bit further, and another 20 minutes in, there below you, you find a farmhouse in good repair, but standing open and empty. The front door is ajar, snow piles drifting in. Small fields on either side are blanketed in fresh snow. Laying in front of the house is a dead body, also lightly dusted in snow. You see a pack of wolves prowling around the farmhouse. They ignore the body, but sniff around the windows, and one is currently sniffing at the open door. Battle map. I'll put down the wolves. Battle map.
Slaps wolf.
Well, Pikachu.
All right. Now,
Uh,
sounds like things have calmed down.
Where?
So this is the front, so we're probably over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are like coming down right from this clearing.
Put my token down here. Are we all down? I think we are. Yeah.
One of the wolves kind of like sense can kind of, it's like smells something on the air turning towards you and lets out a long and lonesome howl.
Well, it seems like we've been noticed. And Tob will prepare his one dagger.
How many do you have now?
I think Tob, or not Tob, I think Chris gave me a second one after I threw one of them into the river.
You threw 2 into the river. One of them was mine. I gave you my 3rd one. I have 1 left, which is mine.
So I have 2. Wait, do I have 2
No,
or 1?
You would have 1 because
I
you
have
threw
1.
2 into
Oh,
the river.
okay, I see. So yeah, I literally only have 1 dagger.
I'll hand you mine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do much when I'm one-armed
Just
right
an
now.
extra,
so.
yeah, just an extra one to have.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use it.
That's fair.
An extra throwing one.
Extra one to lose in the snow.
And I also gesture towards Dexter that I'm going to need my quarterstaff back.
Yeah. He's just like he's already he's looking at the situation too. He's just like standing as straight as possible and handing it over.
You can see the other wolves, right?
Yeah, you can see that
Or-
there's 4 wolves in all, kind of like prowling around this building.
Besides the one that has how the other ones like looked in our direction.
Yeah, the other ones have noticed you.
Is there?
This one that was kind of like sniffing at the door just kind of like turned, and it's like kind of like in a pointer position, looking at you. These 2 on the sides are like slowly slinking up, and then this one is just like laser focused on you, Starseer, since you're the one in the front.
Based on posture.
Are you like trying to see their intent or whatever?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Eight.
Can I help with that since I am?
Proficient. Yeah.
Yes.
Reroll that.
11.
11. Well, they haven't immediately attacked you. You can't tell what exactly they're doing at this building, but they don't seem to be like rabid or starving.
Okay.
This wolf continues staring at you, and these two on the sides take a couple more steps forward. This one at the front door goes back to sniffing at the door and kind of like nudging at it.
Just thinking based off of their actions that there might be something in there.
Yeah.
So Starseer leans over and says, "So how do we want to handle this? If we get closer, they might attack us."
Well, to get into the house, I think we have to fight them anyways. Either that
Yeah.
or lure them away somehow.
Starseer also turns to look at Faith to see how she's handling this, or wants to handle it.
She's less focused on the wolves, and she just keeps like glancing around between the trees and the sky, and she's fiddling with something beneath her clothing, like around her neck.
Didn't she have like all those necklaces?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And also, I should say, you can see the
Yeah.
dead body, like right here.
Okay. So how do we want to do this? You want me to lure them away somehow?
With your broken arm, I don't think that'll be good. I think we have to. Hmm. I, hmm.
At this point,
Yeah, 'cause-
Wolf A starts pushing the door in, starts walking in, sniffing around. You see its tail swish.
I think it's about time we go.
And that I will take a step forward, seeing it move forward.
Same with Top.
Alright. As you take a step forward, Wolf C leaps forward a couple steps, and it lets out another howl as the other two wolves that are flanking walk up. Wolf A turns around, and, like lowers its head.
I think the safest thing, well, not exactly safest. I think we need to fight them.
Yeah.
All right, move out of my way, lad.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to try to do something here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to attempt to scare the wolves away.
How do you want to do this? What's your
Be-
plan?
I want to. Oh, good way. I want to be big and imposing and make like kind of like almost like a roar to intimidate them, like to like they don't want to mess with us.
Okay. Go ahead and since you are using your size, make a strength-based intimidation check for me.
Can I also, as he's doing this, touch him and cast guidance?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I imagine you see Daxter walking up and you like get the idea of what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So just pat him on the back as he's going up.
Lightly.
Lightly so as not to hurt his broken ribs, yep.
Okay, so first off, I'll roll intimidation, and then I'll add a +1 since that's the difference in between my strength and charisma.
Alrighty.
And then guidance was
It's the D4.
it's a D4.
Whew.
Yeah, since you gave me guidance anyway, I may as well roll it.
Woof.
Damn.
So, a D4. So that's
And it's
a
25,
26.
okay.
No, it's a 26.
Oh, 26,
26.
yeah, because it's strength-based. Okay. You've been around the block. You've had your run-in with some scary stuff out in the tundra. You kind of remember what it was like when you had a run-in with some Yetis who were not necessarily trying to attack you, but more so guard the territory. And so you kind of go up, and as you're walking up, you grab like a big tree branch, and you start like smacking it on the ground and roaring like a Yeti and like making yourself as big as possible. The wolves recognize this, and they start whining and immediately bolt for the tree lines. All of the wolves just scatter. Wolf A is going to run away as well. And they go into the trees, but as you're watching them for a while, they are still like kind of eyeing you, just watching you. But very clearly terrified.
After this happens, I tell Chris and Tob to and I need you two to keep a lookout while because we need at least 2 lookouts for this
On it.
while we look around.
You sure? I could help with investigation.
I'll keep an eye out.
All right.
Somebody, and make sure somebody takes care of old Paul Kelson there.
After that happens, walk up to the body and just examine it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I kneel down to do that, I'd say, Paul, you check inside the house.
Yes, sir.
I'm keeping an eye on these two, making sure they don't reapproach.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
As you're watching them, the wolves, like, looking at you, and as you stare them down, they do take a couple steps back, and then, like, turn back around, staring at you.
I've once again lost the voice.
You could. But, we'll go to Starseer first.
Okay.
Not far from the main farmhouse lies the body of a man, though it's impossible to tell how old he was. His corpse is desiccated, completely drained of all moisture, which gives him a mummified appearance. He almost seems to have been here for years, not the days that the townsfolk said to you. He's not dressed in appropriate outdoor clothing. He's just kind of dressed in, like, a thin cotton shirt and some long pants. In one hand, he still grips a shovel tightly. His remains have frozen completely solid.
Um,
Faith is kind of with
noticing
you, and she.
this,
Go ahead.
I would like to just as a noticing, because it doesn't look natural of how this happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
I will want to ritual cast detect magic.
Ritual cast detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ritual casting takes 10 minutes,
Yeah,
so
10
we
minutes.
are going to
Yeah.
jump over to Tobe for now.
I will also step back from the body to do this
Mhm.
as I'm doing my ritual.
And as you're kind of looking over the body, you see a shudder go down Faith's spine,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't say anything. And Tobe, you went into the building.
Yep.
Ice crunches as you force the door the rest of the way open. Drifts of white snow have spilled inside, but you still smell the lingering sense of a family home. Wood smoke and cooked food, though now very faint, several days old. A wood bin stands next to a cold fireplace with various cooking equipment hanging above it. A large table dominates the room, surrounded by several chairs. The stuffed head of a many-antlered moose presides over all, hanging above the fireplace. There's a door on either side of this room, as well as two smaller rooms to the back of the house.
Okay. I am going to check these rooms. I'm going to check the top one first.
All right. You go ahead and you open the door, and you find a what appears to be a children's room. There's a small set of bunk beds in this room. There's what appears to be part of a bearskin covering the floor, and you can see several hand-carved wooden children's toys. There's a little nutcracker and a little rocking horse situated on a desk.
Okay. I'm gonna check the other room.
All right. You go and you check the other room. This appears to be the parents' room. There's a larger bed, just enough for two people to just barely get in together. You can see a open wardrobe with nothing in it, and kind of a set of small cabinets to the other side. You can see there's a set of tool racks here that kind of has a shovel, or no, it's missing the shovel, but it has a hoe and a bag of what appears to be seeds of some kind.
Can I roll investigation for these two rooms, see if there's anything out of the ordinary, or
I would actually like you to roll perception.
perception? Okay. Let's see. Hopefully oh, yeah, that should be good. Let's see. 15.
15. As you've been exploring this house, you've found little of interest. A few children's toys, not many. Throughout the house, you've seen some cookware, cleaning supplies, clothes, all the things needed for a family of modest means. But as you've been looking around, you hear something. A slight whimpering sound.
Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Yeah. Do a once over of the house and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Okay. Let me go to roll, or not roll 20. D&D Beyond. What was it? Investigation.
Investigation.
10.
10. You can tell that it is coming from the main living area, but you can't pinpoint the exact location.
Okay. Can I keep looking, or?
Yeah. If you want to take like another 10 minutes to just thoroughly search, we will jump back over
Yeah,
to
I'll do that.
Starseer,
I'll do that.
who has been ritual casting detect magic. As you finish casting detect magic, you look around. There's nothing magical in the area that you can see. So what do you do?
Just to get a better scope of the area, I'll walk around to the side and like look over.
Mm-hmm. As you look around, you can see what appears to be some sort of workshop to the back, or like a. It's like a mix of a tool shed and a workstation. You can see a workbench, kind of like off to one side. You can just barely see part of it, and you can see there's like a table saw out in the open. Some tools and some barrels on the outside as well.
I'll motion to Dexter to follow me. And begin making my way to the shed.
All right. Faith begins to follow you as well.
Still keeping an eye on the wolves.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are leaving, Chris, is there anything that you're doing, or are you just taking a look out? What are you doing?
I'm just going to take a sip of my mead and just watch for the wolves. That's all I can do right now.
All right. As the rest of the group is either in the building or like turns or like goes to the side of the building, you do notice these two wolves on this side do immediately start rapidly advancing towards you. Just like
Hey
low and
guys.
quick. And Wolf B here
Good luck, buddy.
goes for he pounces at you and goes for a bite.
Ah, fun.
That's a 12.
Doesn't hit.
All right, yeah. You get out of the way just in time as the wolf pounces, trying to take a bite at you. And then missing you, it runs back into the tree line. Wolfe jumps onto the deck here, begins growling at you.
Hmm.
Can we hear this happening?
You can hear the growls at this point.
I turned around and say, hey, Dexter, can you check on what's happening? In the meantime, also, can I see the other wolf move as well?
Yeah, you can. You might not be able to see the wolf itself, but you do see Wolf C start to poke its head out from the tree line over here, and you did know that there was a wolf over here that has since disappeared. So you can tell that they're on the move.
Yeah.
Guys,
All right.
Help!
So I'm gonna come back this way.
Mm-hmm.
I see what's happening.
Okay, you see Chris is now being circled by several of the wolves, and you hear movement as Wolf D is now darting out of the tree line and into like another little divot, going towards the rest of the pack.
All right. Okay. So I see they're focused. They're doing their just to try to like get Chris. So I guess I gotta rush on over here to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
So I will. Excuse me, Pa. I'll rush over here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were keeping track of the other two.
I was. They pounced at me. They don't really care much about me. I'm not as intimidating as you.
Daxter, as you get over to Chris, Wolf A leaps off of the deck, starts slinking back around the tree. Wolf C ducks into a little divot in the trees. Wolf D hides behind a tree.
Just like just like he's it's just like he said. They're still very scared of me.
One of the wolves like poke its head out from one of the trees, and they're all just watching you.
They're terrified of Daxter.
Yeah, I'll just just keeping it up. I'll just keep leering at them. Just like it's just like the you know what'll happen. So they just keep they just so they'll keep their distance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can keep track of a couple of wolves, perhaps you should go stay with the other two. Or maybe help Tom in the house.
Probably do that. I'm just gonna make my way to the house.
All right. Go and you make your way into the house. And as Chris leaves and Daxter is all alone, Daxter, you do notice one of the wolves is slowly slinking towards you.
And you see, you look at Dexter looks like he appears directly at that wolf. He's just like he is full of ferocity and confidence.
The wolf stares at you, and you see its tail like go between its legs, but it does let out a low, long howl. See the other wolves start to slowly slink up as well.
Does Chris knows this?
You heard the howl if you went into the building, but you wouldn't see the wolves advancing unless you went back outside.
I haven't gone in the building yet. I've just gone up the door.
That's
Darcy hearing this had enough of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back around.
Starseer, as you appear out from the side of the building, all of the wolves stop their advance, just dead in their tracks. They don't run away yet, but seeing everybody else show up, they just kind of stop.
And then as told Daxter, if we want to safely investigate this area we need to get rid of them. They clearly won't let any of us alone.
I was wondering when you were going to say that.
Then after that, I'll just say, Hob, get out here.
Tob will head out.
Seeing Tob come out, the wolves all take like a step back.
And at that, I will this will begin the combat. So I'm gonna rush Wolf A.
Gonna rush Wolf A.
Yeah, because like even if I don't dash,
I was also gonna say, can I see Wolf B?
You can see Wolf B.
I said D.
D, yes.
I was gonna after yelling for Tob, I was gonna cast Frostbite on it.
Okay, yeah. Daxter rolled a hit, and then Wolf D has to make a con save.
Yeah,
so I'll rush
He
it.
got a 3.
and-
it fails.
Okay, is this counting as an action?
Running up. Oh, yeah. Going for an attack is an action, yes.
Okay, so I will make the. What was it? What kind of save was
It's a
it?
con save.
It's a con save.
DC 10. Yep.
Oh, fine. Okay, and I will. That's a 24.
That hits. Both of you roll your damage. Oh, you already
6.
rolled 6. 11. How much HP does a wolf have? Okay. Daxter, you run up, and you basically just, like, take out your rapier, stab, and you just, like, skewer it right through the throat, killing it. Starseer, you, cast the Frostbite, and, you see, like, these, paws of this wolf, begin to freeze, and, the wolf, starts, like, you know how, like, when you see, like, a dog on hot sand just kind of, like, prance
Yeah.
around? It's doing that. And then it just bolts out into the woods and disappears.
Can I also rush Wolf B?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna rush it and then stab it with my dagger.
All right, roll to hit.
Yep. It is that 24.
24 hits, roll damage.
Okay. 7.
7 damage. All right, yeah, you take a good solid stab at the wolf. Your dagger comes back covered in some blood. Wolf B is going to use all of its movement and a dash to run away.
Okay.
Running towards the wolf that just went out to the south.
Wasn't that a provoke attack of opportunity is not disengaging?
Yep, it's not disengaging.
So you can roll to hit it again. If you want.
Toby, you want to take a stab at it while it's running away?
Yeah, hang on. Give me a second. I think my headphones are acting up. Give me a second. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I hope my stream isn't getting any audio issues from me, from my mic. But yeah, I will stab the wolf.
All right. Roll to hit.
Yep. Up. 9.
That does not hit. You go for a second swing as the wolf dashes away from you, but you aren't expecting it to just run away, so you don't get the dagger out in time. But all of the wolves just keep running away.
Okay.
You can see like a light trail of blood out to the south east.
Okay.
And with that, we can investigate safely.
Does my mic sound fine to you guys?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, I heard static in my ears, so I wasn't sure if my mic was acting up or what.
I don't think that was you.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Nope.
I did
'Cause I
hear it.
also
I
heard.
heard it for a second.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I also heard it, so I don't think it was your
Okay, good to know.
headset.
Because I tend to have issues when I stream, so I'm like, oh, please no.
You're good.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
But as you guys are like getting ready to go back and investigate, you do hear out in the far distance the same lonesome howl that you've grown accustomed to. But it is much further away, and as you hear it again, it's even further.
Oh, I was like, oh dang, they're bringing more. They're gathering more wolves to come at us.
Yeah, with that, Starseer will make her way to the shed.
I will go back into the house and continue investigating.
All right. We'll go to Starseer first. Starseer, out like at the front of the shed, you can see several loops of hempen rope, several 100 feet of it. You see a few barrels. You're not sure what's in it, and then you see a workbench out in front of the shed. You can also see further in the shed. There's several stacked up crates and a couple tool racks as well. And then we're gonna hop over to the house where Tobe is investigating.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobe, as you take the time to go look around, you eventually hear that same slight whimpering again, and you realize that it is coming from the wood bin near the fireplace.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and check it out.
Chris is going to
Alright.
follow.
As you go over to the wood bin has the lid still like firmly shut over it, and you can just hear like a quivering whimpering coming from within it.
I am going to open the lid.
Just like ragged breathing. As you open it, immediately screams assault your ears, blood-curdling, high-pitched screams that Starseer and Faith can both hear as well, and Daxter, if you're still outside. You all hear this high-pitched screaming. Two children huddle inside this empty wood bin, screaming and holding each other. They look up at you. A slightly older boy and younger sister, both hardly even 10 years old. And you can see that they are blue and shivering violently from the cold.
Yeah, at the immediately with the screen, Starseer will burst it and try to like go into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Darcy, Daxter, I found the kids. They're freezing to death. Let's light up this this fireplace.
Yeah, do we have the wood?
Oh, there's no wood in there?
Nope.
Oh shit.
We have torches.
Is there wood outside at the workshop?
There is wood in the workshop, like on the side of it. Then there's also a wood rack outside of the front of the building.
You scared them at the death. I just dropped the wood crate. I just drop a wood crate.
Mm-hmm.
And I will with a little force, not like I'm not shoving him. I'm pushing Tob out of the way, like to signify, get out of the way, I got this.
Yeah.
And he's going to take his coat off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to because he's got real big coat. And so he's gonna like, it's all right, kids. We're from town. You're safe now.
All right. As you're taking the coat off, you're immediately assaulted by the freezing, freezing
Yes.
weather around you.
As he
I know.
does, I'm gonna uh, light a fire in the fireplace.
All right. Uh, you just using a tinderbox, or do you have any fire magic?
Just a tinderbox.
Just a tinderbox. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
21.
21? Yeah. You find little issue lighting the dry firewood that Daxter brought in. Fire in the hearth roars to life. I imagine Daxter immediately goes to huddle next to it to keep himself from freezing to death.
If was I able to wrap get the kids in the coat?
They like shy away from you as you're getting the coat blanketed over them, and they are still inconsolably terrified.
All right.
Oh.
It's like Dexter sits by the fire. You can come out when you're ready. We'll
Okay,
we'll take you back to town.
we're here to help you.
Um,
We'll also place some of because based on how they look, I'm guessing they're hungry as well.
mhm.
We'll place because they're decently small children, right?
Yeah, they are like probably like 8 and 9 years old.
I'll place one of my rations in front of them.
After a few minutes of like being in the coat, and then they eventually like get out of the wood bin, sit down next to the fire and warm up. They begin fighting over the food, just like ravenously eating all of the like biscuits and jerky and dried fruits that constitute a field ration.
Slow down. We got more.
There's always more.
Eventually, the older one, the boy, speaks up. He says, who are you? Where'd you come from?" He is like notably, like he's still holding his sister, and he's like kind of trying to keep her away from all of you.
We're adventurers. We were sent from Good Mead proper to come look for you.
Children just kind of like keep holding each other, and you're not quite sure who's comforting who. You can see their kind of like still half blue faces. You can see like streaks of dried tears on both of their faces. But eventually, finally, the little girl speaks up. She just finally says, Papa told us to run, so we ran."
Do you know what you are running from?
The boy speaks up. I saw what happened. I saw it all. We were just about to sit down for supper when it came. I don't know what it was. It had the face of an owl, but it had horns, and it didn't walk normal. It just sort of slid.
But that that explanation, Starseer immediately turns to Daxter. When
Well,
you go first.
we can worry about that some more when you get back to town, where you're safe and warm.
We're not going nowhere. It's not safe out there. Well, it's still out there.
You'll be safer there than here. More people to look after you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can I help with that? Because I am proficient.
How are you helping?
I don't know, just agreeing what he's saying.
I don't think that would help in this situation.
All right, let's hope for the best.
Uh,
Hmm?
Also,
Mm-hmm.
hand on him.
Oh, guidance.
Guidance.
All right. And with the guidance, E4 added to my roll. That is a 14.
Okay. The children do start to stand up, and the boy speaks up. Narrow. And he says, "Well, I guess none of you are Mama. That thing, it wanted Mama. When she saw it, she froze, like she was stuck. But it was coming up to her. That's when Papa shouted us to run. But I didn't run. I know I should have, but I didn't. I just wanted to help, but I was so afraid." And the boy just falls silent.
You did all right, lad.
You did good.
You kept your sister okay.
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know. It's been so cold and so lonely. Mom and Pa are both gone.
We can worry about that later.
The boy shakes his head, lips quivering, clearly a lot to process. He starts weeping a little bit. And between his tears, he just says, I called out to Mama so many times, but she couldn't hear me. She just stared at it. And Papa hit it with a shovel. But it didn't seem to care. It looked at him, and he fell over. I think he's dead.
Wrap them a little tighter in the coat. And this is gonna suck for me, but
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
can I carry them to get me?
Noticing what he's doing, hand on his ribs, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the healing.
8.
It's like if you rolled a 2, that would have sucked.
No.
It wouldn't have mattered because I have +3.
Okay.
You feel the pain in your ribs subside as you go to pick up the children.
Dexter just looks to Starseer with it just gives a nod. He's not showing the kids that he was hurting, but he's just like it's the silent thank you.
Yeah, I did it so they wouldn't see the light.
Mm-hmm.
And with also, after doing that, I'm gonna poke my head out. Because his face is still outside.
No, Faith is with you.
Okay.
Sorry. She would have come in with you when she
Yeah.
heard the screams of the children.
Yeah.
But Daxters, you go to try to pick up the children. They're both still like trying to resist. And you can kind of see in Faith's eyes, she's kind of like reflecting the sorrow she feels on hearing the children suffering. But there's a sort of understanding in her face as well. She kneels down to them and she says, "This, what you're going through, this is your winter. It is not good. Nothing can make it good. But it has happened. And it's now a part of you. This pain will shape you. It will help you grow. It will give you strength in the darkness. It will give you compassion for those who suffer. If you survive this, know that you can survive anything." She pauses, trying to find words. And then she says, "Loss is part of life. Nothing can bring your father back, but his memory will always be a part of you. Let it give you strength." The boy just kind of looks at her, and after a moment, he bursts into tears. But the little girl, she looks for a moment, thoughtful, and nods. She then asks, "What about Mama? Will she come back?" She doesn't respond.
Real quick, I just heard the static again.
Mhm.
Did you
It's
guys
coming
hear
from
it?
Dis. I confirmed it. It's
Oh,
coming from Dis.
It is? Okay.
Oh, it's me.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry about that. I
No
don't know
worries.
why.
You're good.
It doesn't happen often, so you're good.
Okay.
Anyways, can Tob go and cover the body so the kids don't have to see it
I
when they
was-
walk out?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was going to just.
I was also gonna say like, can I like grab like a blanket from like the parents' room, wrap it around the body, and carry it with us back to Goodmead because Hendrik wanted to.
Mhm.
You guys can do that.
Okay.
Between the two of you, you can go wrap up the body, and you guys can both carry it back over to Goodmead.
Okay.
All three of us had to see my t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could grab the blanket. And then head out. Oops, come on.
And for and this is not a lie. Daxter will give this promise to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I will do everything I can to find your ma.
The boy kind of like wipes the tears out of his eyes when he says, but it disappeared. And it took Mama with it. I don't know where they went. They're
Leave
just
that to
gone.
me.
At this, both the children fall silent.
Come on. Let's get you somewhere warm.
Have we covered up the body?
Yeah, I imagine you would have by the
Okay.
time they're all coming out.
Yeah, and I assume that they are more willing now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
As you guys are making your way back to Goodmead, Daxter, since you don't have cold weather clothing on, I will have to ask
I
you.
was gonna consider lighting a torch.
The torch will
Yeah, it will
not.
not help. Yeah.
It will not help with
Sure.
the intense cold that Icewind Dale is in. Dexter, you will have to make a Constitution saving throw, or a
Oh,
Constitution check, even.
oh, good.
Oh, good.
Ooh, fun.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing I'm the one doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, could I help with the cold? Because
No.
I have control
No,
flame.
no.
That is a 13.
Yeah. You are shivering profusely by the time you guys get back to Goodmead, but you manage to stave off any hypothermic outcome. You guys make your way back to Goodmead with the children.
Yes. I'm bringing them straight to the mead hall,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure since they saw us coming the first time, they see us coming again. They'll open the doors without much
Mhm.
issue.
As you're coming back, it is like twilight. There is a little bit of dim light over the town of Goodmead, and there's a few people kind of gathered around the mead hall. A very tall individual, very obvious even through the thick furs that they're wearing, is Speaker Kendrick, and he eagerly waves over to all of you. And he sees the children, and he like kneels down to grab the children as they run towards him, sobbing. He picks them up, and then he beckons the rest of you to come into the mead hall.
Me and Starseer will just carry with us the body, I guess, into the mead hall.
Mm-hmm.
And Dexter, now that he doesn't have to, well, I'm sure, actually they probably still have his coat, because it's like until they're nice and warm, they'll let them keep it, and then she's just gonna sit in front of the fire. He's gonna like shamble his way in and sit in front of that fire.
Mm-hmm. It's like the fire pit in the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just like
the
over
kids.
here.
Whoops. And kids are also kind of just by the fire.
Mhm.
After everybody's settled in, Starseer is going to explain basically what the kids had told us, like what they saw.
Mm-hmm. Like the people that are all around here, they're just kind of hanging on every word that you say. And there's like whispers between them. No one here in Goodmead has heard of any abductions like this before. This news makes the already blazing rumors in the town about O'Real burn even hotter, as several people start arguing about what needs to be done about the Frostmaiden. You can see Faith at this point just kind of like shrinks a little bit away from the rest of the crowd and kind of like goes to sit on her own at a table. Clearly done with the rest of this conversation.
Just tuckered out.
But the speaker, Kendrick, does make good on his promise. He goes into the back of the building, and in each of his arms, he's carrying these huge, two huge barrels of mead for bringing the children back, and he places them on the table. All right. As promised, here's your reward. You brought the children back safely. He
How-
wipes a tear from his eyes.
Hobbs'
Just
eye,
so tough.
Hobbs' eyes are gonna like wander to Chris as he brings out as Kendrick brings out the mead.
Chris is just staring at the barrels intensely. Can't do anything yet, but it's just staring.
Um,
Well, know that that is bona fide good mead made here in the town of Goodmead.
Chris just salivates.
yes, control
You know, we're-
yourself.
We're the only ones in all of Icewind that's managed to find a way to keep the bees happy and healthy throughout all of this. So that might fetch you a pretty penny. If you're willing to part with it somewhere else. Or you can enjoy it. Enjoy our local specialty. I'm sure that the bees would be happy that someone's getting some enjoyment out of it, especially people of character like yourselves.
And speaking of,
Are we still carrying the body?
we probably most likely placed it down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They would have
Probably had
taken
a
it
place for you
to
to
the
place
local
it.
temple.
Okay.
Yeah. Noticing the time. Starseer calls out to the party. It's like, we have a promise to keep.
Hey, that we do. It's just warmed up.
Yes, we do.
I'll grab mead. Don't have to worry about it with me. I'll keep
You're
it
trying
safe.
to pick up the barrels.
Yes.
Each of those barrels weigh 50 pounds.
Okay, how much?
Never mind.
I'll carry one barrel.
You can carry a 50-pound barrel.
I think so. If I'm
Picks
reading
it
my
up,
note right.
lugs it, just like, literally just carries it all the way over to East Haven.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone by the time we get to East Haven.
He can
50 pounds, you will die.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah, I just checked. He could barely that barrel.
I don't know how to check. All I see is weight carried.
Click it.
See. Let me see how much I can carry. Wait, carried.
Okay.
So is it carrying capacity?
Yes.
Yep.
I can make do with it.
I have 3 pounds left that I can carry. I have a carrying capacity of 120 pounds, and my items are 117.
Hold on, how many torches do you have? Is it 10 pounds?
That is
Do I
how
have
it works,
10
right?
torches?
Okay. Couldn't we just load it up
I'm-
onto the sled?
I'm going to drop 5 torches just to...
Just give them to me. Just give them to me.
I want to hold one.
Just give me your torches.
Okay, I'll give you my torches.
How many do you have?
10. I don't know why I have all these torches in them.
Just give me the torches.
Oh.
I give you 5 of my torches.
Yeah, that frost giant's axe is 30 pounds. That's where a lot of my weight's going.
What the fuck are you carrying?
The frost giant axe.
I forgot you had that.
I was like, what? What's in my inventory that's so heavy?
Um, yeah, so with that done, we should also hold on.
Bob's arm is still broken.
Yes, your arm is still. That's a thing we have to deal with later.
Okay.
Um, Starseer's gonna make her way over to Faith. And just be like, uh, thank you for assisting me in healing these idiots.
As you're approaching her, you can like kind of see she's kind of lost in her own thoughts, and then as you say that, she kind of like blinks, and she's like, "Oh, of course."
Noticing that, and noticing like what she has been saying. Uh, what is your plan from here?
She ponders for a moment. This isn't going to be the end of it, you know. What is O'Real doing? What does she want? Why take that woman? I think my plan is, at least, I have to find her and get to the bottom of this. I have to ask her why.
It's not just here that we've heard rumors of her. When we made our way to Brimchandler, we heard the same thing.
Abductions?
Just sightings, not abductions, but
That's why I'm concerned. There have been sightings, sure, but this is the first time that I've heard of people going missing being directly attributed to her. I've been hearing that people have been going missing, but never connected these.
now we have a possible connection, and if that is true, then things are going to get worse.
She nods. We have to find her.
This may be what my my visions have told me about.
She nods and then begins to stand from the table. Well, if you guys are planning to head back up to East Haven, do you mind if I catch a ride?
Dexter gets up.
Sure. Come along.
What's up, Daxter?
And also, since we won't be seeing each other too often, I should probably repay some debts before we go our separate ways.
Separate ways.
Well,
Well, if you're already adventuring around the 10 towns, and I suppose I'm finding myself in need of a little bit of adventuring myself, why don't I come along for now?
are you sure about that?
It could get very dangerous.
I don't know that I want to do much fighting after the last time I went with you, but I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to find Ariel and ask her some questions.
Well, wherever we go, she seems to pop up in conversation as well. So
She
Right.
nods.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't see why we wouldn't. I don't see why we wouldn't want to bring you around.
well, in that case, how's this for an arrangement? You come along with us, and we will do the heavy lifting, and you help us with negotiations, and when maybe a couple of bandages or two, given present company.
She smiles. I think I can make that arrangement. Whatever towns you go to, I'm more than happy to accompany you to them, but if you're going around helping the townsfolk, going out doing dangerous missions like that stupid hag cave, I think I'll be more happy to stay behind at a local tavern and talk with the locals more than anything.
Right.
so that seems like a fine arrangement. I will.
Yeah, just to be clear, she wants to travel with you guys, but she doesn't want to get involved in any of the quests that you take.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, she's like, I suppose mechanics wise, she is our at home medic.
Pretty much, yeah. She'll be there to, if you guys get any lingering injuries, you can take a couple days and she can heal them. And she can gather rumors for you, but she's not going to help you in combat or in any skill challenges or anything like that.
Okay,
That's fine. Yeah.
sounds good.
She's like a
And if you're
stay-at-home mom.
taking anything that makes you go into the wilderness and not stay in the towns, she's not going to accompany you at all.
Right.
Okay.
Well, either way, can I see your hand for a moment?
She looks quizzically at you, but reaches out an outstretched palm.
Consider this payment for helping me with my ribs, and for future help that we both know you will be providing. I will give up my bloodstone.
She looks down at it and then back at you. Thank you, but I don't know what I'd do with this.
It sells for good coin. Use it as a bargaining chip to try to investigate those rumors.
Oh, thank you. She kind of gets up, gets ready to leave the mead hall.
Let's get it going.
Are we good to go?
I have to ask. They did give me my coat back, right?
The kids, yeah.
Okay, good.
As you guys are getting ready to leave the mead hall, you're like getting to the door. Kendrick, standing in front of the door, stops you for a moment.
Okay.
Listen, I know that I already gave you those 2 barrels of mead. But 2 barrels of mead really doesn't feel enough to be saving 2 children from that experience that they had. Is there anything else I can do for you? I have one thing in mind, but if you have anything, any requests, anything, let me know.
Well, what's your idea? Maybe to give us some ideas.
Well, there is a big, beautiful 2-story home, not too far off from this here mead hall. It's been empty for years. I would love to see it have a little fixer-upper and have some people live in it if you'd like. And I mean, if you're not going to be around, I mean, obviously you're adventurers. If you're going out and doing things, I mean, I can find someone that could keep the house while you're away. A modest fee, just, living expenses and such.
So basically, what I'm hearing here is, as long as whenever we come back to Good Mead, we will have a free place to sleep. And in turn, whenever we're off someplace, it'll cost overall less to keep it, because you said modest fees, so it's like maybe a couple silver to keep it maintained.
Mechanically, it will cost 10 gold a month to keep the house.
Yeah, 10 gold a month versus 2 gold a day. That's honestly a pretty sizable discount.
Let's take it and then we can sell it. Invest in real estate.
Oh no!
You stop.
No.
Completely side rails everything. We're just business people now.
Become real estate tycoons in a post-apocalyptic winter wasteland in a town of like 800.
I'm all for
It'd
this.
be an interesting campaign.
Oh god.
Yeah, that ain't happening. But
Mhm.
it saves us. It saves. This is a group decision, but it does save us coin.
Hal will speak up and be like, I think we should take the deal.
Well, it would be nice to place so we can actually store our stuff instead of just carry everything on hand.
You would get a free place to stay while we're here in Good Mead. Have some place to come back to.
And they have good meat here. This is a win-win.
Dear God.
Yeah, I knew that was good.
Yeah.
Yup.
He was the first one to make the pun in the campaign. Damn.
Well, but first before that, what's Starseer's take on this?
If you guys want to do it, you could do it.
All right. Well,
she's.
He's like, it's up to you guys.
Well, we will be. Well, if that is the decision, we will be more than willing to take you up on that offer. Once we head over to East Haven, and as is like Chris is holding one barrel, Dexter rests his hand on the other, make some sales.
I just grab my barrel harder and just stare defensively.
Kendrick gives you a wide smile and kind of claps you on the shoulder, Daxter. Well, it's settled then. Look forward to see you the next time in Goodmead. In the meantime, I've got some paperwork to do. Got to go talk with Olivessa about adopting these 2 kids here, and then next thing on the docket, get those locks changed, get the house tidied up a little bit, and just get your signatures on everything the next time you're in town. Oh, and we'll have to find a housekeeper for you while you're out and away, but I'm sure that we can find the funds to find someone.
Sounds good.
All right.
Also, I'm totally imagining that there's gonna be a fight when when Daxter tries to take the thing away from Chris.
Oh no, he gets to keep that one.
He gets to
Oh,
keep
okay,
that one.
okay.
The other one.
Yeah.
The other one is house money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will probably, I will probably either sell it at the Welt Trout, or figure out how much coin I can get for it, and then
Mhm.
decide whether or not if it's truly worth the selling. And either way, it's more likely than not, it'll probably end up at the Wet Trout,
Mm-hmm.
because he helped us out.
Yep. Okay. So, we heading out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make
All
our
right.
way back to East Haven.
Yeah.
You guys make your way out of the Mead Hall, out to the north of Goodmead. You guys spend the next 4.5 hours.
No, we got the dogs.
Oh, you do have the dogs, yeah.
We have the.
Spend the next 2 hours making your way up to East Haven.
What the dog sled?
What the dog sled
What the
doing?
dog sled?
You guys make your way up, and the you still have like about an hour of twilight by the time you get to East Haven, coming up from the Eastway over here.
Okay.
You guys said you were going to the wet trout, so making your way all the way to the other end of town.
Yep.
And as you guys are coming through East Haven, you do see some new posters kind of hanging from some of the buildings.
Oh. What are the
What do they
posters
say?
about? Yeah. Come on, don't leave us hanging.
They are wanted posters.
Oh.
The face is completely blank. It's just like kind of like an outline of a generic humanoid, and it just reads "Wanted." Any information on the whereabouts or the culprit of the thief that stole like a figurehead from the basement of the town hall.
This whole time you were explaining like a wanted poster, and my mind was like, "Oh no, what did we do?"
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
I was like, "What did I steal?" Oh no. So we're still heading over to the Wet Trout, then, I assume.
All right. All right. Yeah. You guys make your way over to the Wet Trout. There's a couple off-duty guards, but not really anybody else around. Nymitra, from the back of the bar, waves over to you guys as you come in, and she looks over at Faith. Faith, darling, you made it back in one piece, and you found some friends. And she turns over to you, and you found her.
Hey.
Yeah,
You found her
this one
indeed.
is all better as she gives a decently hard smack on Dexter's back.
Hey, you don't want to go breaking them again. And got something for you.
Do you now?
Well, one, we brought your dogs back, like promised. But two, guess what's in this? He just drop it. He places the barrel. He places the barrel on the next to the counter.
All right. Yeah. As you place the barrel down, Nymitra looks over it. I know Olivesa's craft anywhere. Got a barrel of good mead. What do I owe the pleasure to?
How much these usually run for, I wager?
What are you looking to sell to me?
Either one who has been most helpful. Give you priority.
Give you
I'll tell you what. You come to the back here, and we can negotiate prices. I don't want any of these prying ears hearing how much I spend on one.
Sounds good to me.
All right. You follow her to the back of the house, and she has like several barrels of different kinds of ale in the back, and she has one section for good mead, and there's literally just one barrel remaining there, and it looks like it usually houses several rows of like 5 stacks. Well, as you can see, there's been a bit of a mead shortage. Usually I'd be spending somewhere in the realm of 50 to 70 gold on one, but it's still incredibly popular and supply has plummeted. I'll tell you what, I will give you 150 gold for that barrel.
Dexter, like the smart ass he is, actually looks like he's pondering this. He's like, he's got this blue.
Tom
I
looks to
suppose-
Chris, who's holding the
I
other
s-
one.
I suppose we can part ways for. That sounds like a reasonable price.
All right. She goes behind some of the barrels, and you hear several locks being undone. And then you hear the sound of coin being placed in a bag. Several locks being done again. She comes back around with a large sealskin pouch full of gold.
Tom's gonna look over to Chris, be like, "Chris, you sure you don't want to give that one up too?"
I just hiss at him. Back off, this is mine!
He smiles. And can you blame him? With the mead shortage, everyone's been trying to get their hands on a barrel.
Yeah.
That's something rare on you.
Yep. Hopefully he's able to keep his barrel nice and protected. Because if it goes missing, it ain't on me.
Oh, it will be missing. It'll be in my stomach. You can't steal it then.
Anyway, this should keep this one from running your current stock dry too quickly.
Hopefully.
Well, luckily, with the price that I have it set up, Only people willing to part with a good amount of coin can even afford some good mead. And then she smiles back over at Chris. Enjoy the few drops you have.
I'm going to.
And then Starseer, you had something to say.
They're just gonna just like thank you for your assistance.
Ah, it's nothing. You've been trying to do the whole town a favor. I figure, you scratch our collective back, and I should scratch yours.
We did. We were able to get one of our boys healed. The other one, he still needs some work.
Faith looks a little offended at that. Look, I can only do so much in a day.
It's on me too, darling.
Todd will look to both of them and be like, "No, guys, it's okay. It's okay."
And Chris is staying out of it.
So while they're distracted having this debate, to Dexter will safekeeping stash the coin in several places on his person. until until the rest of the group can mainly Chris can keep an eye on their coin purses.
Also, like to finish this this little thing, because we are going to rest after this. I'm saying it now. I'm going to Starry Form Chalice again. Gently grab Tob's arm and cast Cure Wounds.
And we begin the healing process on the arm.
Yes, we do.
Seven.
14.
Oh, 14. Oh, because you have the other thing, huh?
Yeah.
What does that do? Does it just double it?
No. I can. It's basically double Cure Wounds.
Oh, okay.
So that's 14 towards the arm healing.
Do I have to write that down somewhere, or?
Yep, just keep track of it.
Keep track of it.
Okay.
Once you get to 50, your arm's healed.
Is there a notes thing on
Yeah.
Mhm.
on D&D Beyond? I don't see it.
It's on. There's tabs of like you
I see it.
see your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would put it in if you want. Put it in other. Yeah. Right there.
Okay. Thank you.
And after those bright lights go off, Star Form dissipates and Starseer is exhausted.
And Todd will just say, "Thank you, Starseer."
Don't thank me yet. And after our day of rescue, investigation, and travel, we need to rest.
Mm-hmm.
As
So
she turns to the tavern cube. How much was it again?
2 gold for a room with 4 beds.
Yep.
It's like I got it this time. I
Okay.
am holding the page here, just like And then just like, and then, like a flick of the wrist, he's just got two coins in his hand. He's just,
They're just up his sleeves.
they're all over the place.
Everywhere.
You'll
Yeah, the
never know where
pirate.
he keeps his coin.
Yeah. There's a pirate. Gotta keep that shit everywhere.
Everywhere and nowhere.
So,
Alright, yeah, you go
yeah.
up and you take your long rest. And
okay.
on top of a long rest, guess what?
What?
Is that a
You all level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally. Does that mean for me I can choose Arcane Trickster now?
You can. Yep. If you haven't gotten your subclass by level 3, you should have a subclass.
Okay.
Level 3 is like the highest level.
Yes,
that you get
I will. How do I change my level on?
What you're gonna do?
Beyond?
You're gonna go to your character sheet, click the anvil,
Okay.
and then it'll bring you to the
The builder.
character builder.
Oh, I see.
And then
Three.
instead of level 2, just change it to level 3 on the
Okay.
drop down menu.
And then choose an option, Arcane Trickster.
Yep.
Um,
And I'm gonna give you guys like 10 minutes to go level up your characters and everything. I'm gonna go take a break, get some water.
yeah, I'm probably also gonna take a break after I do that.
Alrighty. And we will meet back here in 10 minutes with everyone having the characters leveled.
Okay. So Daxter, I haven't played Arcane Trickster before,
Mhm.
so do I just pick? What do I pick?
Okay, so when you get it, so you can see you're already in there. You switch your level to 3, and then it shows Roguish Archetype.
Yeah, I've clicked that. Clicked Arcane Trickster.
Click Arcane Trickster. Then you now have the ability to cast spells. So you should. Does it say it's either on that page or the next page? It'll ask you to choose your spells, right? Or spells known or something like that.
Let's see. It's not under spellcasting or mage hand. Leger main or whatever, however you spell that. Say that.
Actually,
Let me see.
it.
Cantrips known, spells known. First
Yeah.
level.
And then you can select you can choose some spells.
So I could learn 3 cantrips and 2 first level spells.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, one of them is Mage Hand
Yeah. Okay.
for the cantrips, and then you have two other cantrips
Okay.
from the wizard spell list.
Okay.
It should just show you. It actually D&D Beyond should show you a list of spells that you can choose from, so you can just pick from them. If you click the text of a spell, it'll give you a description of what the spell does.
Okay. It doesn't give me the list. Where's the list? Do I click the blue arrow that says next? Or spells. There's known spells, add spells?
Yes, add spells.
Okay.
And it won't let you do any more spells than you can, so you could just choose spells you like.
And Mage Hand is one of them. So I search up Mage Hand and add it.
Mage Hand is is a cantrip that you have to have because
Okay.
you get.
So I'll press learn then.
Alright.
I kind of want Minor Illusion.
Okay. Learn Minor Illusion, and then you can learn one more cantrip.
Okay. Let's see. What ones do you recommend? Because there's too many, and I don't have much time to look through.
From the wizard spell list and the way that you've been playing. Let me take a quick peek at the wizard spell list.
Okay. I'm just looking at the
rolls.
cantrips right now. I could still choose 2 level 1 spells.
Okay, wizard and spell casting.
Oh, well, catapult
Spell
could be
list.
fun. Then again, I use catapult in my Saturday stream or Saturday sessions, so maybe one where I don't have catapult would be good too.
Wizard. Start by level.
Oh, that's first level. Okay, catapult is first level.
So you can have Acid Splash, Blade Ward, Booming Blade, Shield Touch, Control Flames, Create Bonfire, Dancing Lights, Encode Thoughts, Firebolt, Friends, Frostbite, Green Flame Blade, Gust, Infestation, Light, Mage Hand, Mending, Message. Actually,
What?
for this particular campaign, Light may be a useful cantrip.
Oh yeah, I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, and it's a torchless light. You don't need a torch.
Okay.
You just give off light.
So should I get
And-
that then? I don't have any attacking cantrips, I don't think.
You could also have an attacking. You could have an attacking cantrip like there's a lot of good ones like Ray of Frost, Firebolt.
Well, first, do you recommend light instead of an attacking cantrip, or attacking cantrip instead of light?
Well, that depends on like if you because you're this is a secondary thing, so you don't necessarily need
An
an
attacking
offensive
cantrip.
You
Yeah.
don't necessarily need an attacking cantrip because you're still a rogue.
Hmm.
You can just go stab someone.
It is nice to have a long distance attack.
Yes. So you can do that. It's more of like what do you want to cover your combat weaknesses or your out of combat weaknesses?
Hmm. Fuck, I can't decide. I'm gonna flip a coin. So just flip a coin. I assume I can just go on Google and heads is attack, tails is light. Okay, chose light. So I'll do light.
Okay. Then you
And
can
besides, I could learn an attacking cantrip next level, right?
Is that how that works? Will you be able to get more?
I don't know.
World Class, Arcane Trickster. You get another one at 10th level.
Oh, hmm. Fuck, I hate decisions.
Yeah.
But you can get offensive first level spells.
I can, that's true.
You could also get a bow.
That is also true. Sure, I'll get light for that, and then I'll get a, let's see, filter by first level, and I get 2 first level spells.
My personal recommendation for one of them.
Yeah.
Comprehend languages.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not even gonna hesitate with that because that is very useful.
Yeah, it's also a ritual spell. So you could cast it for free.
Yeah, that's also good. Um, what? I'm thinking catapult, or is there any ritual spells that are attack based?
No,
No. Oh,
because ritual spells like take 10 minutes to cast
okay.
on top of their cast time.
Okay, so
Well, typically ritual spells you can cast as a regular spell or as a ritual.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
The non-ritual version just has the cast time, but the ritual version has 10 minutes on top of the cast time.
So wait, so you're saying I can ritual cast a normal spell?
No.
Oh wait,
No, there
sorry,
has to
I
be a ritual
misheard you.
tag on a spell.
Oh, I misheard you. Okay.
Ritual cast.
Hmm.
How we doing on our leveling?
Good. I just have to pick one more level 1
I'm
spell.
deciding on my last spell to take.
No,
I
already?
can get pick new spells. I'm figuring out what that is, along with what was it called?
It's
Meta
how
magic.
hard do I want to go with the healing?
Find familiar, not really. Grease, I'm tempted, but no.
We have fire.
If it... Well, I suppose you're a druid, so you can pick which spells at dawn, but I was going to say, for your general spell taking, you are not going to have faith forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So... And she also won't join you on any dangerous adventures.
Um, Mage armor. I already have a 16 to hit, like a 16
Yeah.
AC, so I think I'm good.
Mage armor probably wouldn't do anything for you, actually.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's because it's 13 plus, isn't it? 13. It's actually
It's
isn't it
13 plus dex, so
Yeah,
it's like the
13
same
plus
as leather armor.
Well, leather armor is 11 plus dex.
Oh, 11 plus dex. It's like,
So it
what,
would
studded
be a
leather?
little bit better.
Yeah, but Toba's getting their dex from, or their AC from lizard folk, which is 13 plus dex.
So yeah, it makes no difference.
Yep.
So.
Okay,
Oh,
should
are you-
should I just do catapult?
Up to you.
That's up to you.
What
I
do you-
gave a recommendation. It's up to you what you actually want to do.
You gave the comprehend languages one, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of damage
Very
one
good
would
spell.
you recommend for first level?
Damaging spells.
Got my spells.
Damaging spells. Level 1.
I don't know if Arcane Trickster gets, but Witch Bolt is pretty good.
It is on the list.
Everything in the wizard spell list
Okay, yeah.
is at your disposal. So which bolt? Yeah, that's a good one.
Witch Bolt's pretty good.
Okay.
Can I get rid of a already known spell or cantrip and replace it with a different one?
Nope.
Okay.
As a sorcerer, no. They are...
You're born
Those
with
are
it, right?
the spells that you know, and they are stuck with you. Unlike other classes.
It's a
I've taken
concentration
what I've
spell.
taken.
It's a lightning concentration spell.
Witch Bolt, yep.
Use your action to deal.
I don't know what I've taken, Tony.
Oh,
What
so
have you taken?
that's actually quite good. I'm getting that. I'll get I'll probably get catapult next level. Or yeah.
I have good berry.
Oh wait.
Oh, rations are solved.
Wait.
What am I gonna do
I'm
with
not
all
gonna.
this
I'm
meat?
not gonna use it all the time.
It says known spells 2 out of 3, so I get to pick another one.
You get one more spell.
Okay. Then I'll choose catapult.
I chose barkskin,
Arcskin's fantastic.
healing spirit.
I am completely unfamiliar with that one. That's
I
a
can summon
Xenophobes guide
healing
one.
spirit.
Thank you, I figured.
Is identify any good?
It'll if you're in it.
You have access to Identify? That's first level?
Yeah.
Wild. I thought that was like a third level spell. Why does nobody in Dungeon of the Bad Mage have Identify then?
Hey, don't look at me.
I can't. Yeah.
I
Wait a
can't
minute,
learn
I'm
it.
like, at the very start of that campaign, I was like, yeah, here's an NPC that can do it for 50 gold. As like collectively, y'all are so stingy that you rarely get anything identified, and nobody took the Identify spell. It's a
Yeah.
level 1 spell. What do you mean?
I'm a cleric. I can't do it.
I know,
Hey, this campaign, I would take it if I could take it. I can't.
Yeah.
but I'm pretty
Um,
sure that there was like 2 people that could have taken Identify and they didn't.
Is that going to be useful at all in this campaign?
Probably.
Identify is fantastic if you
Identify
find
is-
magic
yeah, it's just
items.
useful in general.
Especially in this campaign where so far as like the characters that I've written and everything, there is one character that can identify items for you.
Okay. So it's very useful for this
And-
campaign.
Yes.
Being able to do
The
it, yes.
only other way to quote unquote identify a magic item is to use the magic item yourself, which
But, yeah, that
can
that
be
comes-
risky,
Yeah, it comes with.
or
Okay.
attuning to a magic item, which can also be risky.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll just get catapult next level. Yeah. I chose identify, so I got all my
to-
things.
To tell more about healing spirit, Tony, is
Mhm.
I can summon either a beast or a fae,
Mhm.
and if you're within its area, for the first time, or you start your turn there,
Mhm.
you will heal 1d6.
Nice. I imagine
And
that's
it can
concentration.
heal, yeah, it's concentration, and it can heal as much as my spellcasting modifier.
Do you think just having Witch Bolt as my only attack spell is okay?
You're still a
Yeah,
rogue.
you're
Yeah.
also a
Yeah,
rogue.
I know. I'm just saying, it's good to have more options. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I also have I have offensive spells.
I'm not going to help
Okay.
you too much with like the metagame aspect of it, but I will say, your wizard spells kind of come secondary to being a rogue since it's a subclass.
Okay, thank you.
It doesn't scale as well as like a full caster. You are technically a half caster
Okay.
as an arcane trickster.
Okay, thank you. I am semi new to D&D, like I've said
Mhm.
before, so I just
Yep, and
I ask
yeah, you don't have to
questions
worry
when
too much.
I ask questions when I want to
Yep.
know things.
you're good.
Also,
Yeah, you don't have to worry about damaging spells too much as an arcane trickster. Like they're
Okie dokie.
nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to have one or two, but
Yeah. We have
Uh,
a sorcerer, and then we have a druid with fucking guiding bolt. You're fine.
Okay. Just real quick, just a quick question, Tony. Just give me a yes or no. Are you allowing gunslinger?
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Also, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I just need to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be right
Mhm.
back.
we're still finalizing everything. The last spell I took was Moonbeam, by the way.
Okay, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna. I think that's under non-core D&D content, right? Because it's on D&D Beyond.
oh yeah, because it's technically homebrew.
It's the
I don't think that they
critical
do
role
have. Yeah, they don't have any.
Yeah, it says unofficial content, but it's
Yeah.
on D&D Beyond, so I don't
Yes.
know what it's under. I guess it would be
It's
the
under
critical role shit.
non-core or
Yeah,
critical
non-
role. Yeah,
Yeah, critical role.
okay.
it's in the same place that Blood Hunter is. I know that much.
Okay, so critical role.
And Blood Hunter, I don't allow at my table, not because it's unofficial. It's because I am kind of uncomfortable with the premise of how Blood Hunters get their powers. I don't
Also,
like self-harm being a means of the good guys to attack.
Also, I'm packing a fuck ton of radiant.
Ooh, wait until you find the skeletons.
Moonbeam. Also, I have some good ass range
Hmm.
for like some of my shit. didn't look at how much fucking damage Moonbeam did. I just took it because it kind of makes sense.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Got my stuff.
Okay, sweet. And that automatically adds it to my sheet by pressing
Mhm.
learn. Okay.
Yep.
I usually use roll 20, and you just have to add that manually in roll 20.
This shit is an experience for me because I've never played a spellcaster, so I'm just like, fuck, what do I want?
And you picked Druid.
Yeah, I picked Druid too.
Spellcasters are fun.
That is
In my
a
opinion.
certified bro moment. Never played spellcaster, plays the hardest spellcaster.
Listen, throw me into the
We
fire.
only go in the deep end.
Yeah. What? You're only used to melee fighters? Alright. Play Druid. Literally, like, all of, like, the things I played before were melee based. Because usually I'm just like, I'm going to be the tank.
Mhm.
But also, I am decently tanky still as a Druid, so
Mhm.
I fucking rolled for the level of rolled max for my health value.
Mhm.
So I am pretty healthy. On this level, I rolled max. The other one was like slightly below average.
Do we have everyone ready? Character sheets up to date?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just reading something.
I think Matt said that he was going away for a second, right?
Huh?
Oh no, you're here. So do we? So everyone's. I
Huh?
thought I heard you go. Are we all good to go then? All good to start.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So the guys are coming back or coming down the steps in the wet trout down to the common room. Just another day in 10 towns. Howling winds, bitter cold, some foul tempers from the people here in tavern. Snowdrifts big enough to bury a herd of moose. The gist, the whole spiel.
I was gonna also,
Regular day.
as like a morning thing,
Mhm.
accelerate the process of healing Tob's arm.
Oh yeah, Faith will also do that.
Okay, sweet. Is Roguish Archetype is that multi-class?
No,
Okay.
Roguish Archetype is your subclass.
Okay.
So that's 10 from me.
Alright. That's 24 and then 28. 37. You are at 40 out of 50 on
Oh.
your
Hey, let me
broken
note.
arm.
Let me note that down.
No, little extra. We'll add to that.
Okay.
Dax,
It's healed.
Dax just shoots up because he just said, "Do
Your arm's good now.
Oh, my arm's good now?
Yep.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yay.
Tob will thank both Faith and Starseer. Thank you.
Dick just shoots up. It's just like, I got it. I need to go buy something. Any objections? Nope.
I've got it.
Aha!
I got meat. I don't need anything else.
Yeah, it's just like Daxter's just like laying in bed, just and all of a sudden, just like, epiphany, the middle of the night. I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a group question. Nobody objects because it buys
No.
something.
Starseer, after healing the arm, notices new things on her star map, would show her more things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dexter should know where the General Good story is in East Haven. He's been here a while.
Mhm.
No objection. So he's immediately just going to with his coat. He just books it out and he goes and he's gonna buy some Tinker's tools.
All right. Tinker's tools. Those are expensive. That's like 50 gold.
50 gold. Yep. But it's important.
But it's important.
Was he? Were you the one who picked Gunslinger?
Yep.
Okay.
We don't know
Like-
why he's doing this. He's just doing it.
He's just going. And while the rest of you are staying at the tavern, I imagine spending that first little bit just healing Tobe's arm. You all can kind of like you first feel like you're being watched, and then as you're like looking around, you notice sitting apart from everyone else in the tavern is an elderly dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose, who's been smoking a pipe and eyeing all of you, kind of in your direction, looking at all of you since you came down the steps.
Okay. And where did you say she was located?
She's just like off in like at a table by herself,
Okay.
a little ways away from the entrance, on the
Okay.
other side of the hall from you.
Cobb will like keep note of that.
I'm not sure when
Cobb-
Dexter comes back.
Oh, is he not here? Oh, no, I'm dumb.
You went to go pick up the Tinker's tools. It's
Yeah, no, I forgot.
Daxa, yeah, you do pay the 50 gold. You pick up the only set of Tinker's tools at the general show or general shop.
This is like what's actually because like he probably would know the general store owner's name at this point because he's gonna be because I have something funny for this.
Let me go generate one for you.
The DM didn't have this ready.
Your boy Amos.
Amos. What a
Give
name.
me the Tinker's tools, Amos. I know what
Amos
they're worth.
Litwiller. He just raises an eyebrow.
He just like he literally just slams the gold on the counter.
Okay, you got my only set. Normally we don't really see people buying this sort of thing, especially not in this climate. He picks up like it's almost like a tool belt that's kind of like wrapped up, and he blows off a bunch of dust. Clearly, no one's even looked at it in a long time. There you go.
All right, I'll come back for something another time. He just quick. He also just like not as quick as he came in, but he makes his way out pretty quick.
You kind of like hear him muttering under his breath about something.
Hey, man, you can count the gold. It's all there.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, give me the tools. I know what it's worth.
Well, while we're at the wet trout,
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk with the tavern keep and be like, what's her deal? Pointing to the dwarf. Or nodding my head to the door.
I'm not quite sure. She's been in and out a few times. I'd say maybe once a 10-day or so. She's got a keen interest in you, though. Make some enemies?
Not in my travels. The others I do not know.
Trace.
Great.
I'm just going to be in the corner drinking my mead.
I'm just not used to having such sharp eyes on me.
You get used to it when you're drunk.
You shut up.
So, I guess I make my way back, and I assume that our mystery looks like peers at me almost just about as strongly as the rest of them.
She kind of ignores you when you first come in, but once you regroup with the rest of them, she is eyeing you up as well.
Hmm.
She takes a long puff of her pipe,
Wh-
exhales,
And
leans back in her chair.
I have any idea who this person is.
You never seen her before.
Well,
Well, she has an interest in us.
who'd you piss off this time, Chris?
I didn't piss off anyone. I'm just over here drinking my mead. I haven't even said anything yet.
How about we see why she's picked of us?
Sounds like a good idea.
And with that, Starseer will make her way over.
Yeah,
Top
I guess
will-
we're coming.
Yeah, Top will follow.
All right, you guys go and approach the elderly dwarven woman sitting off in the corner. Takes a long draw of her pipe and exhales as you're approaching. Greetings, ladies.
Starseer just.
Good. And it's like Daxter is like responding just as strongly. Good day, sir.
Like an asshole.
Of course he.
You see, like, a smirk at the corner of her mouth.
How's it going, sir?
You got a sense of humor. I like that.
What I want to know is, what about us is so interesting to you? Because you haven't taken your eyes off of us since we've come down.
Oh, just doing a little bit of investigative work. You're adventurers, right?
Hey, of some fashion.
I
You wouldn't happen to know what happened to the ferryman in East Haven, would you?
Starseer just looks at Daxter.
They got eaten. Just more likely. That's what happened to the fisherman.
Eaten. Takes them their long.
Waters ain't necessarily the kindest.
Do you have any proof that that's what happened to the ferryman? And she leans in. Because I've got some inkling that that's not what happened.
What do you think happened?
She frowns. Well, I don't know what happened, but I've been investigating a string of murders across the 10 towns. I suspect he might have gotten caught up in it. Do you know about this? I came in last night, and apparently there has been some kind of dealing going on here in East Haven. Do you think it's related?
Nay. The thief doesn't seem to mess with nobody. They just take what they're looking for and leave.
They're a jewel
Prob-
thief.
Probably what you're looking for is there has been talks of mysterious murders and abductions. Probably something else.
Well, boys and girls and everyone in between, would you like to make a little coin doing a little investigation for me?
Top. We'll say. I don't. I mean.
How much coin and what do you want us to investigate?
Finally, someone asking good questions and not immediately joining in on the first thing that you hear. She turns over to Tob. Boy, you would make a terrible bounty hunter. Good, interesting question. What does it entail and what does the coin pay? I'll get to the heart of the matter first. I imagine you want to hear about the pay first. Am I right?
Dexter. Dexter, his seafaring blood, he can't help but smirk at that.
Well, I'll tell you the pay first, and I imagine you can glean some information as to the danger of this mission. I will pay you 100 gold each to apprehend the cold-hearted killer that has been running rampant, murdering people across the 10 towns. The unfortunate thing is, I don't know exactly who it is. I can give you some information that I've gathered, though.
Because I was about to ask, do they have a pattern? A specific target?
Well, I'll tell you what I know. 3 cold-blooded murders have happened within the last month. A halfling trapper here in East Haven, a human shipbuilder out in Targos, and, just 3 days ago, a dwarf glassblower in Bryn Shander. Each victim was found with a dagger of ice straight through the heart. Now, those 3 town names that I gave you, do you notice anything that would link the 3 of them together? We'll see what kind of investigative eye you have on you.
Wait a minute. You mentioned this earlier.
It was East Haven, Brinshander, and what was the other one?
Argos.
Are all of those... Okay, so Oh, DM, are all
Mhm.
of those sacrifice towns? Because not all of the 10 towns are.
All of the 10 towns do sacrifice something to the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, but not all of them are people.
You are correct. These 3 towns, they
Yeah, I
are
was
all
about to
human
say.
sacrifices.
This is why I never really liked these towns.
They're all. You wouldn't know if they were on the pound of flesh list on each town, would you?
I suspect they might have been. No one is exactly privy to that information except for the speakers, the executioners, and those that have been chosen. She takes another long draw on her pipe. This is what passes for civilized behavior in Icewind Dale, not these days. Maybe the victims found a way to keep their names out of the hats, so to speak. But someone found out about it. I can also give you another little bit of information. Every time someone's gone missing and wound up dead, a small merchant company by the name of Torgs has been in town. Owned and operated by a shady dwarf named Torga Icevein. Funny name that, isn't it? Well, I've been following them for about a 10 day, and I lost track of them when they went to go here to East Haven. I think they were headed up to Caer Dineval, and then they just vanished. Apparently, there's usually a ferry between here and the Cares, but it seems that they went out of commission as of yesterday. Peculiar, isn't it? All this timing.
Considering that I've only come to East Haven recently from one of the cares. It is very suspicious.
Oh, you come from the Cares.
Yes. It was my home for a long time after traveling all my life.
Interesting. Well, in that case, I couldn't have found a better crew to go and do some investigating for me. While you're in East Haven, first order of business, find out why the East Haven ferry suddenly shut down just after Torgs comes by this city. They're right up on the long dock, just, I believe they're just by the White Lady, actually. Again, if you can get to the bottom of this, find out who's going around murdering people, regardless of whatever reason they have, I'll pay you 100 gold each.
We'll go take
And
a
I
look.
suppose I should introduce myself? How rude of me. She kind of, like, rolls her eyes and then extends her hand. Flynn Trollbane, at your service.
Put this in.
Cobb will introduce himself. Tablivom. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And while you're at it, can you just spell out our prime suspect's name? You know,
Mhm.
that other guy.
Let's see. Lynn? Is that how you say it?
Mhm.
Lynn. Okay. I realize I've been kind of quiet this whole time. I just
You're
don't
good.
know. I don't know what to say in certain situations. I'm not as experienced.
Don't worry about it. If you're having fun, that's what matters.
Yeah, I am.
And then Dexter will give firm handshake. Daxter, and we'll see what we can find.
Voltesh Darcia.
Is Chris still in the corner?
Yeah, I'm just in the corner. I am not interacting with this person.
Top
I
will
am
like
staying away from her.
Top will like point in the corner and be like, "That's Chris. he's he's our he's our party's drunk." Slightly getting more used to the voice. Uh, okay. Thank you for writing this down. I would have forgot.
That's why we take notes. That's why I asked for the spelling of the day.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of a bit of a lesson for the players. I was kind of hoping that one of you two were taking notes because it's very important.
I'll start from now on. How about that?
Yeah, I wanted to make certain, like, because this is
an investigation.
this is an
so,
investigation.
Yeah.
Y'all want to have all the facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll start taking notes from now on.
Yeah, it definitely like note keeping is actually what sounds like it's up Top's alley anyway because of what he does. I mean, he has to keep note of all the criminals anyway if he was only going to
Mhm.
be a gentleman thief.
Yep. We haven't ran into many
After
criminals though.
this,
That you know of.
well,
That we know of. Yeah.
Keep in mind, a lot of the people, at least in East Haven, that you've interacted
Yeah, I
with,
was
are
gonna
probably
say-
criminals
Yeah, I
in
was gonna
some
say.
capacity.
Mhm.
This is a town founded by thieves.
And why every time Starseer brings up the name, she says something bad.
Mhm.
Considering where she's from.
It's just like everybody just sits like it's just like you're a pirate. I prefer sailor.
Okay. I'll have the D&D Beyond notes thing open for now on.
Alrighty.
Um, after all that's said, um, Starseer turns to Daxter and says, like, you have friends. Very, very loose definition.
Quote unquote
Here.
friends.
Do you know of anywhere else we can get the information of this?
So asking if I would know anybody who would have some dirt. Well, other than the town hall, I guess
What
I'd
is
probably have
the-
to make a history check on that. Do I know anybody who would know something?
You know anybody who would know something on this specific investigation?
Yeah. Who might know something?
Yeah, make a history check.
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
What'd you get? Oh,
It's beautiful,
still
isn't it?
going.
It's still going.
Yeah, it's still
Oh, it's
going.
still going?
But I get the feeling
I get
that
the feeling that it's
not gonna be
It-
great.
Oh,
low.
it's amazing.
Oh,
It was
a natural one.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
1 in 20
Hey.
chance.
Can I help because I'm proficient in history?
How would you
Reroll that.
How would you help? You're not.
How would you
here.
help me?
You haven't been a part of this conversation.
You're in the corner still.
And
Oh,
also,
actually true.
yeah, and how would you help me recalling information on this? Even
He
if you
could
were in the
make an
conversation.
obvious suggestion that just slips your mind.
Okay.
If you would like to roll in a history check, you can. Chris.
Okay, I'll do that.
I imagine Chris has been listening into at least part of this conversation.
Hopefully.
23.
He immediately one up.
Bruh. Daxter, how did this slip your mind? Torgs is a merchant company. Who would do business with a merchant company that you just interacted with?
Yeah, it's just
He was so excited to get the to get the Tinker's kit. It was like, oh,
Oh.
yeah, he's just what I just pictured. He actually just like what I pictured like Dexter's just like, oh well, there could be. He just starts listing off pretty much every person in town.
Mhm.
And
And
he
then like
does he just miss the one person?
no, it's just ruling out every person that it can't be, and then it's just like and all of a sudden just like it's just like and then it's just like and then just all of a sudden the general store comes up. It's like I was getting to that.
my other suggestion. I was gonna say maybe we also deal with the original situation that you were tasked with.
That
Maybe we
was
can use that as leverage.
the thieves, right?
It's no.
Cave.
Oh, the
Cave.
cave, yeah.
We can do both. So we should probably looks at like player looks at time.
Hmm.
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 Should we do that right now?
Cave. You want the session to go long?
I mean, I don't mind going long if everyone else doesn't mind going long.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I kind of mind if it goes long.
Okay.
Like, I had a bit of a long one today. Mostly because it was also yesterday.
Okay.
I mean, from the sounds of what we're doing, depending on, we're going to be spending a decent amount of time here. And now we can do it. Next time if you want to stop, because I know you're dealing with a lot of shit.
Yeah. We
If
can.
that's fine with everybody.
We could probably tackle both next week. Yeah.
Okay. That works.
I will say, this investigation that you just got handed today is likely going to span several sessions.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a mystery. You're going to be putting pieces together because you want to make absolutely certain that the person that you are incriminating is the right person.
Yes.
So
And
we
look-
could
and-
get there.
Just like the start of this, and then finishing up the other thing.
Yeah, we
'Cause-
finish. Yeah, we finish one job, then we come back, and then we start it.
Okay.
So we can spend the lion like as much time as we need on the combat, because that's going to be the long part, and then we can spend the next few weeks on the investigation.
Okay.
Because it's also most likely gonna take us all across the fucking 10 town.
At least a few
Okay.
of them.
Yeah, that works with me.
And in the meantime, we could also investigate the jewel thief, because we don't need to investigate one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're getting it.
Yeah,
Yes,
multitasking.
This murder mystery and the jewel thief subplots are both subplots that are like you're supposed to be doing in between the different quests that you get at the different towns.
Yeah.
They are hooks meant to like pull you around the 10 towns.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end it here then.
Yep.
Okay.
Listen, we got a fair amount done. Both of you are healed. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that is important.
I am really good at scaring wolves. This is the second time I did.
And he also killed one.
And I got my mead.
and I. Did I do anything important? I mean, I found the kids.
You found the kids. We all had our individual thing to do. And when those come together, we accomplish things.
Mhm.
Almost like we're.
I'm gonna be
we're a
real.
team.
My focus throughout this session was healing you two.
That is fair. Also, I thought
That
I
is
had.
also the reason why I got more healing after I leveled up.
For some reason, I thought I was proficient in investigation. That is not the case. Maybe I'm mixing up session or mixing up
Wait a minute.
campaigns.
Wait
That's
a
possible.
minute. We won. The rogue can't investigate?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
It's a +2.
Uh-oh.
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 My intelligence is a 15. It's my second best. I just wasn't proficient in it.
Yeah, that's the uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the... Because the things I'm proficient in kind of make sense for my character.
Same.
Yeah, I didn't think this through and make my character.
Because even though I don't have... Because I have, like, slightly above average intelligence, I still have proficiency in nature, because I'm a druid.
Yeah. Here, I'll list off my proficiencies. I have proficiency
Hey,
in...
before you do that, you may want to say goodbye to your stream and cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, chat, this is gonna be it for today. We have, more D&D Saturday, and we have, a Duolingo stream on Sunday, and then next Wednesday we'll continue this. So chat, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye, chat.